Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today we're going to do our vocabulary. We're going to look at some annoying words which are really difficult, however they're really useful. You know, when we read, we'll understand better. When people say them, we'll know what they are. But also, if we're trying to sound better and fancy, show our English skills, especially to our examiners if we're doing these exams, these words will really help out. Let's start with word number one. Word number one is pacify. So why it's annoying is because you can just say relax. I want to keep this guy relaxed, or I want to make this guy feel comfortable. But what people can say is I want to pacify this person. It means the same thing, but pacify is that fancy word which will make you sound like you know a lot of English, and it's simply relaxing someone. So my manager was really angry today because I showed up late, so I tried to pacify him by letting him know I will work 1 hour for free. Word number two is panacea. So panacea, it's a very good word. I used to use it a lot in my school whenever I was doing my English exams, because what you can use this as is a replacement of the word remedy, a replacement of the word solution or therapy. So for example, instead of taking Tylenol for my fever, I decided to use Advil as a panacea. So now it's a remedy or a treatment. Good word to use. Word number three is passive. Passive is unresponsive. Okay, so if someone is abusing someone else and they're just taking it without standing up, they are being passive. So that's not appreciated, it's unresponsive. You might hear the term passive aggressive. That's something similar. So for example, someone says something bad to me. A direct way to address them is to say that, hey, I don't respect that and I don't like you for saying that, or say something bad in return. Those are aggressive ways to deal with a situation. But if you're passive aggressive, you don't say anything right now, you're unresponsive. And what you do is you go online and start backbiting about them, or do something in the background to have your revenge, and that's called passive aggressive. It's usually a chicken move, but it is just not responsive, which is why we call it passive aggressive. The next word is galore. So galore means abundance. Now, it's an adjective, and usually we use adjectives before the noun, right? You're a beautiful person. You are a nice person. These adjectives were used before the noun, but galore is an adjective that you use after the noun. In my exam, it was so frustrating because it was like a questions galore. So that means there were so many questions in the exam. Or when I see my finances and expenses this month, it's like a stress galore. So it's like a big problem, all right? Like a lot of expenses. It means abundance when you talk about galore. So when we say, you know, let's have shopping galore, it means a lot of shopping. All right, the next word is sagacious. So sagacious is when people use sound mental judgment. I can say that this person was under stress because they had a deadline to meet, and they were sagacious enough to say that, hey, we will pick this project over the more challenging one because we just want to meet the deadline. So it's like a sound judgment, a good decision-making capability that will make that person a sagacious person. The next word is Genesis. Genesis, we hear this a lot. There's that movie Terminator Genesis, and there's so many movies with Genesis, actually, so many of them. Genesis means the start of something, the origin of something. So we can say that right now we're living in the age of Genesis of AI, artificial intelligence. That means the origin of artificial intelligence. The next word is scribble. Now, if you are born here and you're being raised in schools here, your teachers will tell you don't scribble on the piece of paper, which is don't do bad writing. So scribbling is bad writing, not very clear. That's the verb, don't scribble. You can also use it as a noun, and you can say that he, and the paper, all I saw was scribble. That means bad writing all over. Okay, the next word is cadaverous. Cadaverous is something related to death. Okay, so if someone has a cadaverous look on their face, it means it's almost like they look like a dead body. Maybe they're really sick, or maybe they just you saw them the first time without makeup. That happens sometimes. So something similar to a dead body is a cadaverous look, could be cadaverous smell, anything relating to or resembling a dead body. Word number 10 is quiescent. Quiescent people are very similar to passive people, being unresponsive, but in this case, there's no torture being done on them. In return, they're being unresponsive. It's not like that. Quiescent people are people who generally just are quiet about matters. So I have a lot of opinions about COVID and vaccines and a lot of things, but I'm quiescent. I try to keep it personal. I don't share it with a lot of people. And there are people who want to go outside and protest, but they're quiescent. They keep to themselves. They want to say something, but they prefer to be quiet. Those people are quiescent. And then we have people who are sardonic. Word number 11. Sardonic people are the opposite. They are not quiescent. Sardonic people are the ones who are sarcastic, who are going to take any opportunity to draw sarcasm, and that's usually very rude, shouldn't happen, but those are people who are sarcastic, and that's something else you can call them as well. Sardonic, you can also call remarks sardonic, like I don't appreciate your sardonic remarks, and a very useful word that way. Word number 12 is quadruple. Quadruple means 4, okay, or multiplied by 4. So if I can say I saw quadruple veins in his hand, it means 4. A simple person would just say 4, and I think that's what I would say too, but people can say quadruple. But I would use it more when I'm multiplying it by something. So I want to quadruple my profits this year. It means I want to make my profits multiplied by 4. So that's where I could use it in a more effective and fancy way instead of just replacing it with the number 4. And the next one is caustic. Caustic is also sarcastic. So there's another synonym now. Now you should know 3 things: caustic, sarcastic, and what was the other one? Think about it. Sardonic. So these words, all 3 words mean sarcastic, just good synonyms to know. The second last word for today is colloquial. If you haven't heard this and you watch English movies and you're living in an English-speaking country, you probably haven't been paying attention because you must have heard this somewhere. It's a very common word. Colloquial terms are the terms we use with friends or family. Everyday terms, these are terms we might not use in the workplace. Wanna, gonna, those are good examples of colloquial terms, and some informal terms can be put into a colloquial language. The next word is concede, and that's our last word. Concede means to surrender. So when the enemy was attacking and we were being defeated, we conceded, we surrendered. And that's another good word to know instead of just saying surrender. So with these fancy words, you'll be able to make more synonyms, you'll be able to show your level of English, and if you don't want to show it, you can just listen and read and understand better. If you would like to practice your English more, subscribe please to my channel. We upload amazing words every Monday on this channel, on the blog, the link for blogs and my channel, plus my website is always in the description. Check it out, like and share if you find value in this video. I'll talk to you guys again very soon. Take care.